What's up? You know, something I've kind of realized lately is, so I used to not have the, on YouTube where everybody was like, oh, make sure to subscribe, click the bell, select all notifications, whatever. And I used to never do that. I was like, you know what? If you're on my subscription list, I want to watch your videos. But kind of found that to end up being a little aggravating. And then, some content creators, I just don't want to watch a particular video. And I was watching something recently, and the content creator was talking about how YouTube is doing this thing to where you can test out different thumbnails. And I was like, I have to say, you also have to be very mindful of the topic, because, and I'll use the age-old Ford versus Chevy, or Canon versus Nikon, Pepsi versus Coke, anything. But I've caught myself doing this too, is that lately, if I'm watching a video and it's, I like brand B, and the video's on brand A, and, new products that they came out with, especially if it's like something like a camera or a vehicle or anything, I may or may not watch that. A drink, that's, $2 roughly. I might be willing to try, a Pepsi something, even if I drink Coke, or a Coke product if I drink Pepsi. I personally like Mountain Dew. So, but that was just one of the things I was thinking about, and I've realized I started doing that lately when I'm watching YouTube. Is instead of just watching the video, because now some content creators, I do watch the video regardless if I like the whatever it is, because it's a smaller channel, and I'm just trying to add to watched minutes or clicks or whatever. I'll watch it all the way through, but I may or may not have any care about what's on that, what the actual topic is. They might be doing a video talking about fishing, and fishing to me, I like fishing, but I also find it boring. So, what it is. And I kind of like this video. If you're not into watching somebody ride their bike in the morning and talk about random stuff, then you're not going to watch. And that's okay. The other day I went through and I had, a few videos that I hadn't done anything with, and I ended up just deleting them off the camera. Because I was like, I'm not going to know what I talked about on those videos or anything. So, I'm trying to do a little better at not talking about the same thing, 10 different videos, just 10 different mentions of the same thing. Sounds like a generator or something running out here. I have to figure out why my music went away. Of course, as soon as I fixed my issue with why the music wasn't playing, it starts working again. A little bit. Voiceover or something, say I want to make a video on something and I don't just want to have a picture on the screen. I can put the video of a ride and just record at my computer or something, the audio. So I'll keep stuff like that. So a little on the 3D printing stuff. So I switched my filming out from PLA to PCTG, and it's funny that, even on forums I noticed, or, different discussion groups, I've noticed that people will be like, you mean PETG? And it's like, no, PCTG. Oh, okay. Never heard of that. And I didn't hear about it until a friend of mine sent like an hour-long video. The dude went over like 60 different filament types. And some of them, I mean, I can't print that. And most people that have a home, flat home printer they bought online can't print it either. But be wanting to contact I understand why he put it in there. My only gripe was he could have formatted that video a little bit better to where, stuff that, stuff that's more like industry only materials, stuff like that. Like, I guess you probably get what I'm trying to say, is that, stuff like, stuff's going to take a 3D printer the size of a house, the size of a room. I'm not going to print that at home. Or printing materials that are hazardous when you're trying to print them. Like some of them mentioned that they very specific applications, but they're also the chemicals that are coming off of it when it's being printed. If it overheats or something, it can decompose into hazardous compounds. So a lot of stuff that's like, I don't know anybody that's gonna print that at home. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Even if it did make sense to print something with it, I wouldn't want any of that inside an enclosed area like that. So, but it was a good video. And but I started printing with that, and then I switched out my nozzle after the Amazon days or Amazon deal days. Switched out to the Diamondback, Diamond Head, whichever way. I don't feel like looking at my phone to see what the actual name was. So, but like I said, switched out that Diamond nozzle and had to adjust a few things on my printer settings. I was just using the standard PCTG print file, or not print file, filling the setting that I found, and it was pretty good, but it definitely needed some adjustment once I switched it over to that Diamond nozzle. They say it transfers way more efficiently, and that does make sense. Had to lower my heat to the nozzle a little bit. My extrusion temp. And did a test print with it after I adjusted the settings. Came up pretty good. And for the first time in anything I've printed, I actually took what I printed and broke it purposefully. I printed some stuff and it broke just in handling or during assembly or something, but this stuff seems to be pretty darn resilient to breaking. And it was basically wedged the piece in a vise and then just, bent it. And I wasn't trying to break it, I just wanted to see what it could handle. And it did what I would think, a plastic would do. There was some like layer separation, but all in all, I would say it performed exceptionally well. And I mentioned to a buddy of mine, he was like, did you compare this to this to that to this? I'm like, no, I don't have test prints and stuff, because the problem is, what am I going to do? Keep making a test print for something? Because you would essentially need, every time you did a test, you would basically need to be able to go back on it. You essentially need to be able to go back through each one of your tests that you did and say, okay, well, this compares to this way, this compares to that way. Unless you're testing everything with a standardized method, then you have portable, constant data. That'd be one thing, but the way I'm doing all this is, amateur hour testing. I'm just printing actually have, you know, gauges and stuff to measure, you know, measure actual force and things like that, and have a repeatable testing method. I don't have any of that. I'm just doing a 3D printer and a camera. So, like I said, I'm happy with the nozzle and how it's printing, and happy with that PCTG filament. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is its temperature resistance, because it does seem a little low on the temperature resistance, but I think it should still, because I forget if I'm thinking of the temperature range for what it can handle, you know, in use, if that's Celsius and Fahrenheit. I think it was Celsius, so if it is Celsius, it's actually pretty good temperature wise, you know. And I'm not gonna 3D print something to be, you know, overly structural. You know, I would print a bracket for a light on my bicycle, but I'm not gonna print a set of crank arms or a chain ring or something. Right, that's the only way I would print something like that. Like, it was like a chain ring. Would be if I was printing it and I basically knew, like, I wasn't printing it to go into actual use, but it was more like, okay, here's a scan of this size chain ring, and it shouldn't work on my bike. Maybe it will. And before I buy the chain ring, print one and try it. So that'd be about the only way I would 3D print the structural part. Morning. It's kind of interesting how so many people out here, like, some people wave to you, some people tell you good morning, some people don't do either. Some people do, like he did, just a little, you know, just a little gesture with the hand. That's fine. I mean, really, even if you don't wave, it's still fine. I don't care. I'll still wave. You know, because, hey, you might just not be a waving person. Maybe you didn't see me wave, so you didn't think I waved, so you didn't wave. But, or maybe you're just having a rough morning. Who knows? Morning. Yeah, because at the end of the day, there ain't no place for being a, you know what, to people out here. You know, we all share this path, and everybody looks out for everybody. You know, 'cause, hey, somebody gets hurt out here, you know, I'm not gonna just pedal on by. I'm stopping. I don't think everybody else would. Shoot, I even during Prime Day deals, I ordered a first aid kit to keep on my bike. So, hope to never need it, but better to have and not need than need and not have. And really, I think when it comes in, I'm going to go through what it all comes with, or what all it comes with, and modify it a little bit. My leg itches. Because like, I think it has one of those like emergency Mylar blankets. I don't feel like I need that in there. So I'm trying to get rid of some of the stuff that I need. I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna move it to a different first aid kit. But you know, like I want to put a tourniquet in there. I feel like that could also be very beneficial, especially if you cut yourself on like stage firing or something. Or you're trying to fix something and slip, injure yourself with a tool or whatever. So that's definitely, I'm gonna go through the first aid kit when it comes in and see all what it has. I mean, I already know from the description, but I want to actually see firsthand and make sure that everything that's in there is something that I'm happy with it having. Hopefully stuff that I don't think I'm going to use. Because, you know, my mentality with my first aid kits is I'm not looking to have something for a little tiny scrape that you just wipe the blood off on your shirt, you know, that kind of thing. You know, it would be nice to throw a Band-Aid on it, yeah, but I'm more looking for the, you know, coming across somebody that just crashed kind of thing, and, you know, more of a trauma first aid kit than bumps and bobos. Hopefully I'll remember to actually include this. It's a beautiful sunrise. There we go. Have a good ride. Oh, sure. I'm not sure which direction he's going. I think he didn't know where I was going. Putting my first aid kit together soon for the bike, and I'll probably make a separate video talking about it once I actually put it together and have it on the bike. Not actually show it or anything on the bike, but I may just, yeah, we'll see. Haven't decided on that yet. So, anywho, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. If you didn't, even if you didn't make this far, thanks for watching. You just won't hear me saying thanks for watching. But either way, have a good one, and I'll see y'all, or talk with y'all, or talk to y'all, whatever. Till next time.